Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, Curvy Diva slapped with a simple larceny, malicious destruction of property charges. Media personality Yanika Barrett, more popularly known as a Curvy Diva, has been charged with a simple larceny, house-breaking, and malicious destruction of property in relation to an incident on Don Robin Avenue in July 2023. Reports are that about 7:28 p.m., a business owner had securely locked his establishment before leaving the premises. Shortly after, 39-year-old Barrett, who previously had a business relationship with the owner, was allegedly observed on the property accompanied by a locksmith. Upon being alerted, the owner returned to find the locks severed, furniture and other items missing, and the damage done to the building, the police said. Barrett was formally charged on Thursday, December 5. She is scheduled to appear in the Kingston at the St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday, December 12. Florida man charged for weapons allegedly found in luggage at the Sangster Airport. The police have charged the Florida man who was allegedly caught with prohibited weapons hidden in his luggage at the Sangster International Airport on Friday, November 29. Charged with trafficking prohibited weapons, possession of prohibited weapons, dealing in prohibited weapons, and stockpiling prohibited weapons is 42-year-old Sean Duncan, a commercial driver of Cypress Point Boulevard, Davenport in Florida. Reports from the Firearm and Narcotics Investigation Division are that at about 4 p.m., Duncan arrived in Jamaica on Southwest Airlines and brought his luggage to the scanning machine, where it was scanned. The image interpreter reportedly detected several anomalies in his luggage. The police said officers of the Jamaica Customs Agency enforcement team were informed and a search was done in his presence. During the search, the officers found 6 firearms, 200.357 Magnum bullets, 2 Glock automatic switches, and 9 pistol magazines. Duncan was arrested and later charged, following a question-and-answer interview in the presence of his attorney. His court date is yet to be finalized. Canadian pensioner caught with cocaine at NMIA. A Canadian pensioner is now facing several drug-related charges after he was caught with 4 kilograms of cocaine concealed in food packages while attempting to board a flight to his home country from the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston on Wednesday. Charged with possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine, attempting to export cocaine, possession of criminal property, and a conspiracy is 75-year-old Kenneth Daly. Reports are that Daly was attempting to board a flight to Canada when he was intercepted by officers assigned to the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division and searched. According to the police report, a search of his luggage revealed 4 kilograms of cocaine concealed in food packages, marked the Festival Mix, Mega Punch, and the Jablom Coffee. He was arrested and brought into custody. Commenting on Daly's arrest, head of the FNID, Superintendent Samuel Blake, said his division remains committed to disrupting and dismantling the networks of those who seek to traffic illicit firearms and drugs through our borders. This arrest demonstrates the effectiveness of our collaborative efforts with the border protection agencies to protect our borders from the illicit trafficking of narcotics and firearms, Superintendent Blake said. Daly's court date is being finalized. Prime Minister Holness granted leave to seek judicial review on some declarations in legal battle with IC. The Supreme Court has granted Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness leave to seek judicial review on some of the declarations he is seeking in his legal battle with the Integrity Commission over his financial affairs. The ruling was handed down Friday morning by Justice Althea Jarrett. The Prime Minister is seeking, among other things, to have the Commission's investigation report on his statutory declarations rejected as unlawful and unfair. A judicial review allows the court to scrutinize processes used by a public authority to make decisions. Dr. Holness applied to the Supreme Court on September 30 for several administrative orders, including the review. In the controversial 171-page report, the IC's Director of Investigation, Kevin Stevenson, said he could not conclude on the question of illicit enrichment, highlighted unexplained financial discrepancies in Dr. Holness's 2021 income filings, and raised the questions about the tax compliance and the transactions of over $470 million involving connected companies. The commission, which said it could not certify the income declaration, referred the matter to the Financial Investigations Division, citing Dr. Holness's failure to provide the expense details. But Prime Minister Andrew Holness has denied any wrongdoing, claiming the report is flawed and unfairly suggests unethical and criminal conduct by him and affiliated firms. He wants the Supreme Court to terminate all investigations into his financial affairs, invalidate the report, strike down certain provisions of the Integrity Commission Act, and declare sections of the Corruption Prevention Act used to probe illicit enrichment as unconstitutional. Dr. Holness, his company, Imperium Investments Holdings Limited, and the two other connected entities, Positive Media Solutions Limited and the Positive Jamaica Foundation, are seeking judicial review. Ruling in case against the Dalrymple Philibert postponed until December 13. Parish Court Judge Leighton Morris is to rule on December 13 whether the Integrity Commission's case against the former House Speaker Marissa Dalrymple Philibert will be thrown out or proceeded to trial. The decision, which was initially set to be handed down in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday morning, was pushed back after the judge indicated that, because of an incident Thursday, he needed more time. Proceedings at the court were halted Thursday as a result of a bomb threat. During the October 11 hearing, King's Counsel Peter Champagny submitted that the proceedings should be halted on the basis of abuse of process. Citing cases from the region, Mr. Champagny argued that the 8 charges against Mrs. Dalrymple Philibert were misplaced as the wrong procedure was followed in arriving at them. The Integrity Commission's investigation report into the statutory declarations filed by Mrs. Dalrymple Philibert alleged that she failed to disclose a Mercedes-Benz GLA 250 motor vehicle of which she was the legal owner. Flow services disrupted in areas of St. Andrew due to vandalism. Flow, Jamaica is grappling with a severe act of vandalism that has disrupted services for customers in Halfway Tree, New Kingston, and the surrounding areas. The company says early Friday morning, vandals set fire to fiber cables after breaching a manhole. Flow's senior manager of communications, Daniel Savory, described the incident as a senseless setback that has left many homes and businesses without a critical voice and internet services on what is typically a busy day. Ms. Savory said technical teams are working to repair the damage and restore connectivity as quickly as possible, though the full extent of the impact is still being assessed. She added that despite ongoing investments in securing network infrastructure, these acts of vandalism impose significant financial cost on the company and disrupt services for customers. Flow is urging patience and understanding from affected customers as restoration efforts continue. Police pursuing 233 people identified as key violence producers. The police high command says it has identified 233 individuals as key violence producers and has engaged a targeted approach to apprehend them and dismantle the networks fueling the country's staggering murder rate. Deputy Commissioner of Police Warren Clark says that those prolific offenders should be pursued by specialized operations. He says additional targets fall under the purview of area-specific fugitive apprehension teams and the local operational support teams. DCP Clark says this multi-tiered approach is designed to maximize operational efficiency and address the core drivers of violent crimes across the country.
So if we do that job properly, you'll find that we would, in the most efficient way, reduce the problem of violence in our country. Right? So reducing the problem of violence will make us stronger economically, because crime diverts foreign exchange from Jamaica. All those foreign investment opportunities and business people, they stay away because of the violence problem too. And that is the reason why we are duty bound to do something about it. At some point, we need to make sure we want to start, we tried it this year to have a sub 1,000 year, and it was a good rehearsal. We started late, about in April, May, and we spent, 8 to 9 months rehearsing how we're going to do a sub 1,000 year next year.
Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.